real-time tracker of economic output built by the Federal Reserve is flashing a warning sign. Third quarter gross domestic product is rapidly moving downward and getting close to zero. GDP Now is an economic forecasting model of the Atlanta Fed. According to its September 20th reading, third quarter GDP is projected to come in at just 0.3%. But the model's present estimate of GDP is just part of the story. Even more important is the rate of the speed of which the estimates have been declining during the final month of the quarter. Just a few weeks ago, on September 1st, GDP Now projected third quarter GDP at an annual rate of 2.6% on the basis of manufacturing and construction spending data. Since then, subsequent government data releases have put significant downward pressure on the GDP. In just 1 week from September 1st to September 7th, GDP Now's estimate of third quarter output fell by nearly half, from 2.6% to 1.4%, and subsequent measures have shown a continuation of the declining trend as the third quarter draws to a close. The historical accuracy of GDP Now forecasting is indisputable. DataTrek Research notes that the model's long-run track record is excellent. Since the Atlanta Fed first started running the model in 2011, its average error has been just negative 0.3 points. What makes the prospect of negative GDP especially concerning is that we already experienced negative GDP in each of the first 2 quarters. Real GDP decreased at an annual rate of 1.6% in the first quarter and 0.6% in the second quarter. For decades, 2 or more quarters of negative GDP has served as a highly reliable indicator of recession. There are those, however, that refuse to accept that, including our own Secretary of Treasury. I would be amazed if they would declare this period to be a recession, even if it happens to have 2 quarters of negative growth. Really? Amazed? Prior to the current economic cycle, and since 1948, GDP has been negative for at least 2 consecutive quarters, 10 different times. Every one of those times has corresponded to an eventual declaration of recession by the NBER. If we do get to a third quarter of negative output and this period isn't officially declared a recession, it'll be I and a whole lot of other Americans who will be amazed. Until next time.